bring you the coin toss, and it's presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. Both teams have sent their special teams onto the field, and we're ready for the opening kickoff. He really got a hold of that kick. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. So let's see what the offense can do as they come out onto the field. Makes it out to about the 36. They go with the option and pick up the first down.
Yeah, and that was a situation where the quarterback knew he could pick up the first down if he kept it himself. That's a good decision.
From their own 36-yard line. First down. Brought down right around the 38-yard line. Norton picks up 2 yards with the carry. They'll bring him down right around the 34.
The defense got a great push and blew that play up well behind the line of scrimmage.
From their own 34-yard line, it's third down. Becoming the 12th man, the crowd is always into it here. He throws it. The defender had it and then dropped it. And they're going to have to bring on the punt team.
Great hold by the defense. They were expecting the pass play, and they defended it very well.
Perkins awaits the snap. He's to the 40. And he's shoved out of bounds right around the 48-yard line. So here comes the offense taking the field for the first time today. And they make the stop at the 41-yard line.
Even if you're pulling for the other team, you've got to just admire this guy's speed. He is special.
From the 41-yard line, first down. Tackle right around the 42-yard line.
That is a loss of 1 yard on the play. That'll bring up second and 11.
Three down. Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. Let's go. Easy.
That's a great tackle at the 41. Third down now, and they need to get it down to the 31. And it's almost picked off. The punter is going to try to pin them deep in their own territory with a good punt here. Booming kick. This punt goes over the goal line, and this will be a touchback. The Sooners really took care of business on defense that first time out, Herbie.
One of the great traditions of college football is this defense and the way they play with such passion and enthusiasm in this environment. We're seeing that again today.
Every drive's important in a tie game. I look for both sides to come out with some urgency. Just throws this one away. From their own 20-yard line, it's second down. Strike to his receiver, no good. The crowd really making it difficult. Slings it. And he's tackled around the 28-yard line.
There's nothing better for a defense's mindset than to get a 3 and out. I mean, a turnover, of course, is a positive play, and a coach will take that any day of the week. But to know you've stopped the best their offense has to offer for 3 straight plays, that's a confidence builder. And again, they provided great pressure on the play, and the offense just wasn't able to get the first down.
He gets out to about the 42-yard line. They've got to play with some focus and smarts here. They don't want to make a mistake and suddenly find themselves trailing. And they push him out at the 48. They need about 3 yards to get the first here on second down. Handoff to the right. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. And he's finally shoved out at the 16.
That always stings the defense to give up a big running play like that. They don't want to give up big chunks of yards on the ground.
First down and 10 to go after the big gain on the run. And he makes it out to about the 14-yard line.
That's a gain of 2 on the play. That makes it 2nd and 8.
Three down. Right check, 33.
He's taken down at about the 11.
Call it a gain of 3 yards. That'll make it 3rd and 5.
It's 3rd down and 5 to go. Ball on the 11-yard line.
Here we go.
Quick strike, and it's caught for the touchdown. That play ever developed nicely.
Well, it's all about the receiver on this play. He beat his man off the line and then ran a perfect route. All he had to do after that was make the catch.
He makes the PAT. So a 5-play, 59-yard drive, and it results in a touchdown.
Brad, I thought that was a textbook drive. I thought they did a really good job of showing balance, mixing the play calling with the run and the pass. Just an overall well-executed touchdown.
He just drills this one. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. Oklahoma's defense really came to play early in this football game.
Well, they've done a good job here early, but you know eventually this offense is going to start clicking. Let's see if this defense can sustain this for the rest of the game.
And while they are behind, they know they can knot things up in a heartbeat. It's way too early to change your game plan. He tackles him for a loss. From their own 22-yard line. 2nd down. Tackle made at the 30-yard line.
That's a gain of 8 on the play. 3rd down.
Really a tough spot for an offense to be in against this crowd in this stadium. Oh, boy, almost intercepted. Perkins to punt. He's to the 40. Makes it out to maybe the 40-yard line. They ran the ball very well on their last drive, and it resulted in 6. Oklahoma up 7 points. He's tackled at about the 43-yard line.
That'll make it 2nd and 7.
From their own 43-yard line. Second down. Lets it fly. And this one falls incomplete.
That makes it 3rd and 7.
Got a man open. Bad pass.
That brings us 4th and 7.
The defense has everybody on the line. I think they're going to come after this one. He gets it away, and this is a really nice punt. So this one goes into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Oklahoma's defense is playing lights out right now and pitching a shutout.
Yeah, I would not be shocked at all to see this defense be able to maintain this. Just the way they're playing, the attitude that they seem to be playing with, if they can maintain the energy and the awareness of this offense, there's a very good shot that they could shut this offense out.
And down he goes around the 22-yard line.
That makes it 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8 coming up here. Ball on the 22. Just throws this one away. You expect this every time you're here, and you're never disappointed. This crowd is amazing. Got it. Complete, and he's out of bounds.
Wow. That looks like a generous spot to me. I thought he was a little bit short.
From their own 32-yard line. It's first down. And he's taken down at the 29-yard line.
That brings us 2nd and 15.
He's on the run. And he's going to come up with a sack.
That was a loss of 1 yard. That brings us 3rd and 14.
And they'll probably try to throw here as they line up on 3rd down and 14. I don't know if they'll be able to hear his cadence in the midst of all this mayhem. He fights forward to about the 30. Perkins is the punter. And he's taken down at the 48-yard line. We're about set to start things up again. Oklahoma is up a score. He's going to try and scramble. Decides to slide. He scrambles and picks up 5. We've got a 2nd and 5. Ball on the 43. He fights forward to about the 40. Major gets 3 yards on the carry.
Good for a gain of 3 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 2.
Caught out in the open. And he tackles him hard at the 36-yard line. First and 10. Ball on the 36. And he's hit immediately. carries for a pickup of 3.
Man, it's difficult to run on this defense when they put this kid up in the box.
Third down, and they're going to need about 3 yards to pick up the first down. And they get him in the backfield for a loss. Oklahoma is up 7. It has the distance, and it's good. They line up to kick this one away. He sends this one deep. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. Their last drive resulted in a punt, so let's see if they can put together something a little more promising here.
They've been beaten soundly on both sides of the ball, and we haven't even gotten to the second quarter.
Tosses out to the tailback on the screen. He's knocked out of bounds at about the 37-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 37-yard line. We played 1 quarter. Oklahoma leads 10-0. Back to the action now here in the second quarter. Got his man. Oh, what a hit. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Ball on the 42. He makes it to the 45-yard line. Always a noisy place to play and tough on the offense. They'll bring him down around the 48-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 48. Fires in a hurry. Interception.
Well, that's exactly what this defensive coordinator wanted to see. Somebody come up with a big play. Right when it looked like this team might be able to get back in the game, they come up with the big interception and maintain the momentum here in the first half.
From their own 45-yard line. First down. Nice run, and he's brought down. Brought down at the 43-yard line. We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 43-yard line. Gives it right side. And they make the stop right around the 40. The back gets 3 on the carry.
Good stop there by the freshman. You got to be careful with this offensive attack because one missed tackle could mean trouble.
And he hits him hard at the 46.
That's a loss of 6 on the play. That brings up 3rd and 14.
So that sack leaves them with some work to do. It's 3rd down and 14.
Mike, check 33. 33. Let's make these better.
And he might want it all here, and does. He caught it. Touchdown. And he converts the extra point. So that's a 5-play, 54-yard drive. And the result, 7 points. Oklahoma to kick. He kicks it off, and he got all of that one. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback.
I think I can count on one hand the last time I saw this good a defensive performance where you had a chance for a shutout. Are you kidding me? In college football today, with the spread and the running quarterbacks and all the speed in space, these guys got a chance to put up a shutout.
You think about the challenges these two teams are facing. On one side, you've got to find a way to keep building on your lead, and on the other side, you've got to find a way to get back in it. Tackle around the 33-yard line.
That makes it 2nd and 2.
So it's 2nd down and about 2 yards to go.
Mike 7. Mike 7.
They'll wrestle him down in the backfield.
That's a loss of 4 yards on that
They can't hear a thing down there. Out of bounds at the 32-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 3 yards. That brings us 4th and 3.
Perkins awaits the snap. Tackle at the 36.
Return for a gain of 10 yards.
They did a great job on their last drive, moving the ball down the field for a touchdown. Let's see if they can duplicate that on this drive.
I think the defense right now is just sitting back on their heels. They're allowing the offense to kind of dictate things to them. And the one thing is that any defensive coordinator would tell you in the country, you have to be the one trying to dictate things to the offense. So change it up. Try something different. If it's not working, you can't continue to sit back on your heels.
From their own 37-yard line, it's 2nd down. And he's tackled at the 39-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 2 yards. 3rd down.
Mike, check 33. 33.
They'll line up with 5 wide receivers. And they'll bring him down behind the line.
That's a loss of 2 yards on the play. That makes it 4th and 8.
It's away, and it's a booming punt. And he's hammered down. Things are on the verge of getting out of hand before we even hit the half. These next few drives are going to go a long way in determining what kind of game this will end up being. And he's hit before he can go anywhere.
The quarterback and his receiver make a great play here and convert on an early down.
Short yardage situation here. It's 2nd down and 1. Fires it out. He's taken down at the 39.
When you can move the ball downfield in big chunks like that, you've got the defense right where you want them.
from the 39-yard line. First down. Short pass, middle of the field. Tackle made right around the 24-yard line.
Lawrence brings him down at the 24-yard line. First down.
From the 24-yard line, it's first down. He's tackled at the 13-yard line.
First down.
Up the middle for a nice gain.
Gain of 7 on the play. That'll bring up
Second down, and they're going to need about 3 yards to pick up the first down. He's got it. Touchdown.
I like how the quarterback, the offensive line, and the receivers made a concerted effort to get into the end zone.
He makes the PAT. A 6-play, 72-yard drive, and a touchdown as a result.
Brad, how about the guys up front? The offensive line giving the quarterback plenty of time to be able to read the defense and make the right throw.
And he got all of this one. Great kick. He wasn't breaking that tackle. What a hit. So now both teams come trotting back out onto the field. Nice run up the middle. It's second down, 5 to go. Ball on their own 26. Caught, open field. He goes out of bounds at about the 33-yard line. Got some open field. 6 yards there on the counter.
That'll bring up second and 3.
They need about 3 yards to get the first here on second down. Makes it out to about the 49. So he keeps it, and he gets a big first down.
The quarterback made a very good decision here not to pitch. He saw a break in the defense and just hit it for a big gain.
On the ground, up the middle. They'll get him for a loss. Oklahoma's going to take their first time out of the half. About 2 minutes before halftime, and that run got stuffed.
Yeah, you're right. The defense definitely won the battle at the line of scrimmage there.
Quick strike to the receiver, and down he goes, right around the 42-yard line. Trying to set up a little screen, gets it to his tailback, and he's taken down around the 38-yard line. From the 38-yard line, first down. Catches it, and he's looking for more. That's a great tackle at the 26-yard line. It's the 9th play of the drive. He's scrambling. They'll make the sack. He just blew past the blockers and dragged the quarterback down.
Boy, excellent play by the defense here. A few extra seconds, and those receivers might have been open.
And this is the 10th play of the drive.
Roger. Mike, check 33. 33. Ready.
He zips it out to the left. And he stays in bounds to make the catch. First down, and they've got their eyes on that goal line. They'll bring him down at the 1-yard line. The Sooners call a timeout. That's their second of the half. Here's the 12th play of the drive. Everybody bunched up tight defensively. Pad protection, now scrambles. And he's going to run this one in. Touchdown. And he hits the PAT. Oklahoma kick this one off. He just drills this one. He's to the 20. They'll bring him down at the 19. This offense threw the ball extremely well on their last drive, and they ended up with a touchdown.
This offensive coordinator's got to be feeling so good about the execution that he's seeing from his quarterback and his wide receivers. Because, again, they put so much time in trying to put a plan together, and to be able to see that actually come into play makes you feel pretty good as a play caller.
Second and 13 coming up here. Ball on the 17-yard line. Gets it out to his receiver, and he can't hang on. We've still got a half of football remaining. The Sooners lead it by 17.
Hi, everybody. Glad to have you with us on the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 halftime show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. Bruce Davis, David Pollack here in the studio as always to lend a little perspective to what just went down in the first 30 minutes. Neither ground game very productive in that first half, David, and I really think it came down to each player on the defensive side executing their assignments and trying to get the positive self-determination that they wanted from a defense.
No doubt about it. And you look at the defense is doing such a great job stopping the run. That's the first thing that you do 99% of the time in meetings is, what are we going to do first? Stop the run. Because that's usually the place where you can get gashed the most. It's the simplest. Quarterbacks don't have to go back and make reads. It's designed. You know what they're going to do. But it also comes down to the big boys up front and those big boys making holes. And right now, I don't see many holes. And I don't care if you have Barry Sanders. I don't care if you have the best running back of all time, whoever it is in your backfield. If there's not a hole, there's no yards to be made. There's nothing they can do. So the defensive line doing a great job stuffing the run.
That's it for us here in the studio. What are you going to do in the second half while the game's going on?
Yeah, I'm going to kick back and watch all these monitors.
We'll keep you up to date on everything going on around the country right now. Time for the second half with Brad and Kirk.
All right, Reese and David, thanks, guys. Second half action just about ready to start here. Taken from the 3-yard line. And down he goes at the 25. The quarterback leads the offense back out onto the field as we get set to resume play. Big opening. He's to the 40, and they push him out at about the 47-yard line. From their own 47-yard line. First down. Quick throw, almost intercepted. Nice job getting a hand on that one.
Yeah, really good heads-up play there to get a hand on the football by the defense.
They run straight, brought down quickly. Third down, and they need to get it inside the 43. Hands it to the back. He fights forward to around midfield. Noel is back deep to return the punt. Little too much leg into that punt. They'll bring it out to the 20. There's got to be some sense of urgency to this offense right now. They don't have the luxury of wasting drives if they want to get back in the game. Brought down after a nice run up the middle.
That'll make it 2nd and 4.
They're about 4 yards away here on second down. There's a very impressive open field tackle.
That makes it 1st and 10.
Quick throw, and he's got his man again. And they make the stop at the 34-yard line.
That makes it 2nd and 6.
From their own 34-yard line. Second down. Got him. And he goes down quickly.
Number 7 makes the tackle at the 38-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd and 2.
Listen to this place.
Let's go!
And they get nice yardage on that run.
That's a gain of 7 on the play. First down.
From their own 45-yard line. It's first down. Quick out to his receivers. And he tackles him hard at the 47.
That makes it 2nd and 2.
A little toss across the middle. Brought down at the 29-yard line.
That's a gain of 18 on the play. First down.
This is the 8th play of this drive. And he just gets rid of it. A halfback is usually not used to making throws like that.
Sometimes these trick plays can give you some big results, so I can see the logic and the decision to try it.
It's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 29-yard line. Nice run, and he's brought down.
Good for a gain of 6 yards. That'll bring up third.
Here's play number 10 on the drive. They go with a run, and he's going to be stopped short. So the kicker comes out. He'll try to put 3 points on the board. It has the distance, and he got it.
Yeah, he got some good leg behind it, and he kicked an accurate ball right between the goalposts.
24-10, Oklahoma. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. From the 8-yard line. He's out to the 30. And he's tackled at the 35-yard line. Let's see if this drive has a more rewarding conclusion than their last, which ended with a punt. Tackle around the 37-yard line.
Gain of 2 yards. That makes it 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8. Ball on their own 37. And he's tackled at the 35.
Takes him down for a loss behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 yards on the play. 3rd down.
Three down. Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33.
He's got to throw it in a hurry. And he is drilled at the 28-yard line.
Loss of 7 yards on the play. That makes it 4th and long.
After the sack, it's now 4th and long. The punting team's got to give their kickers some time. He makes it out to maybe the 39-yard line. There's got to be some sense of urgency to this offense right now. They don't have the luxury of wasting drives if they want to get back in the game. Now he tries to buy some time. And he hits him hard at the 36-yard line.
Call it a loss of 3 yards on the play. That brings up 2nd and 13.
Defense looking for another sack here on this 2nd and 13 situation. He's taken down at the 38. The intimidation factor is definitely here when you're playing in this stadium. Pass incomplete, trying to get it to his receiver.
Number 8 is the intended receiver on the play. That brings us 4th and 11.
Perkins is the punter. He makes it out to maybe the 36-yard line. The offense is looking to be a little bit more successful with this drive as they had to punt the ball away the last time they had it. Tackle made around the 47-yard line. First and 10. Ball on their own 47. Up the middle for a nice gain.
That brings up second and 5.
Man left, man left. Three down. Mike, check, 33. 33.
Makes it out to about the 36. From the 36-yard line. First down. Has some daylight. And he has it on the corner. He's tackled at about the 27-yard line.
That makes it second and 2.
Gains his way to the 16-yard line. It's first and 10. Ball on the 16. Barnes gets the ball. They'll bring him down for a loss on the play.
That makes it second and 10.
He fights forward to about the 16.
That brings up third and 10.
And this play is number 8 on the drive. And he's sacked.
Man, as an offensive lineman, this is the worst thing that you want to see. Is your quarterback not only getting sacked, but getting hit like that. Those linemen better pick that quarterback up and start doing a better job of taking care of him.
Fourth down. So the kicking team is on the field. They'll try for 3. He gets it up, and it splits the uprights. Oklahoma lines up for the kickoff. Nice kick, plenty of distance. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. Their last drive broke down, and they punted. What do they have in store this time out?
Down 2 possessions. This offense has to step up and capitalize on this possession.
He's going to go for the home run. From their own 25-yard line. It's second down.
They blitzed the corner that time, and it created a hole in the coverage. But that's the risk you take when you leave a receiver to rush the passer.
We've got a first and 10. Ball on the 43-yard line. With the pass, incomplete.
Well, he must have hurried there because his receiver was wide open. There was no need to rush that one at all.
Gains his way to the 46-yard line.
That's a gain of 11 on the play. First down.
From the 46-yard line. First down. Throws complete, and he stopped immediately.
That's good for a gain of 5 yards. That brings up second and 5.
And he's taken down at the 38-yard line. Maybe it's time to get the backup some experience as we head to the fourth quarter. 27-10, Sooners. Welcome back to the action here as we resume play here in quarter number 4. Here he goes. He's at the 20. He gets out to about the 17-yard line.
What is going on with this defense? I mean, don't get me wrong. The offense is doing a nice job with first downs, and they're executing well, but the defense is just letting them maintain possession and move the ball right down the field. They've got to try to change things up with their scheme. Be more aggressive, attack, do some things to change it up, take some risks.
Here's the 8th play of the series. And down he goes around the 8-yard line. Short yardage situation here. It's 2nd down and 1. They'll bring him down around the 5-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 3 yards. That makes it 1st and goal.
10th play of the drive. And they make the stop at the 3-yard line. From the 3-yard line, 2nd down. They come out in a 5-wide set. Touchdown, Cyclones.
When you're that close to the end zone, it's always a smart play to find your blockers and follow them into the end zone.
He splits the uprights with the extra point. They line up to kick this one away. He'll return it from the 3. And he makes it out to about the 27-yard line. Both teams are well aware that a score on this drive is going to create an almost insurmountable lead. This defense has really got to step it up and make a stop. Makes it out to about the 40. First and 10. Ball on the 40-yard line. He has some room. He's at midfield. He makes his way to about the 45. He kept it himself and picked up a good-looking first down.
Great execution and a good decision there by the quarterback.
From the 45-yard line, it's first down. He scrambles. And he's level at the 43-yard line.
That's a gain of 2 on the play. That makes it 2nd and 8.
A yard, maybe 2 on the carry.
That'll bring up 3rd and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6 to go. Ball on the 41. And that one's incomplete.
That'll make it 4th and 6.
Noel is the deep man awaiting the return. So this one goes into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. They're ready to start another drive, hoping to duplicate the results of the last one, which ended in a touchdown. Norton on the handoff. Nice gain as he works the right side.
That's a gain of 4 on that play. That makes it 2nd and 6.
2nd down and 6. Ball on the 24-yard line. Steps up into the pocket, and they've got him. They get to the quarterback and end that play before it even got started.
This young man didn't even have a chance to make something happen. It's tough to find your receivers when the defense is in your face like that.
You expect this every time you're here, and you're never disappointed. This crowd is amazing. And they got to him before he could get back to the line. They've got 10 guys up. They're coming after the kick. He's taken down at midfield. Their last drive resulted in a punt, so let's see if they can put together something a little more promising here. And they get nice yardage on that run. Second down and 5. Ball on the 45-yard line. Makes it to the 37. Quick throw out to the receiver, incomplete. Second down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 37. They go with a run, and he brought down in the backfield.
Loss of 4 on the play. That brings up 3rd and 14.
Quick strike, and he drops it.
Number 3, the intended receiver on the play. That'll make it 4th and 14.
The punt upcoming, and they're going to come after this one. He punts it away, and it's a great kick. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. So we're just about ready to return to action. Runs it and tackled in the backfield. From their own 19-yard line. Second down. He's to the 40. He's hit and taken down.
That makes it 1st and 10.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 42. Slings it. The senior makes the catch. Tackle around the 19-yard line.
I think this defense got a little bit soft with the 2-possession lead. They better pick it up because this game is a long way from being over.
Out to the halfback. Open, and he can't pull it in. Second down and 10 to go. Ball on the 19-yard line. They hand it off. Brought down around the 20-yard line. 1 yard loss for the halfback. Really a tough spot for an offense to be in against this crowd in this stadium. Caught, and he's hit immediately. They'll call on the field goal unit here. Less than 3 minutes in the game. Kicks up, and he got it. Iowa State is lining up to kick this one off. He'll take it from the 2. He's out to the 30. They'll bring him down at the 40. There's a flag down, and it looks like this one's coming back.
Personal foul. Clipping. Receiving team.
That one's going to put him way back.
You just can't block a player from behind like that, or it's going to cost you.
Both teams realize that when the ball is snapped, we're one play away from a very different ball game. Here's a handoff, left side. He's pushed out of bounds at the 27. So it's second down and about 2 yards to go. Out of bounds at about the 23-yard line.
4 yards on the play. That'll make it 35.
From their own 23-yard line. Third down. Just under 2 minutes in the game. Makes the grab and out of bounds.
I thought there was a chance he'd be brought down before getting to the marker. It was a great effort there to get beyond for the first down.
He's to the 40. He's at midfield. He's finally tackled at the 33-yard line. Perfectly run option keeper.
Not what you'd expect when you prepare all week to defend the option. But then again, give this offense some credit. These guys aren't exactly the scout team.
Tackled after a decent run up the gut. Barnes picks up about 4 yards on the play. From the 29-yard line, second down. He's taken down at the 28-yard line. Counter play is good for about a yard. Iowa State's called their final timeout. They'll line up with 5 wide receivers. Quick throw, incomplete, one of his receivers.
Number 17, intended receiver on the play. That'll bring up 4th and 5.
Kicks away, and he just drilled it from long range. Oklahoma. Lines up for the kickoff. He just drills this one. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. The defense was able to keep him out of the end zone on their last possession, but the offense did pick up 3. Throws quick to the receiver, and it falls incomplete. 2nd and 10. Ball on their own 25. A little over a minute in the game. Stays in bounds to make a nice catch.
That makes it 1st and 10.
They'll spread the field with 5 wide. He's under pressure. There's a strike complete. Tackle made around the 45-yard line. And he stops the clock with a spike. So it's 3rd down, and they're just inches away from picking up the 1st down. Becoming the 12th man, the crowd is always into it here. And he's tackled at the 49.
Easy. Big dog. Let's go. Win 85.
Zips it to the tailback, incomplete. So it's 2nd and 10. Ball on their own 49. And he hits him hard at the 43.
Easy. Lucky 95.
Caught, open field. He gets hit out of bounds at about the 25-yard line.
1st down.
From the 25-yard line. 1st down. Under a minute left. Just throws this one away. This is the 10th play of this drive.
Even though they didn't sack him, the pressure was still enough to force a bad pass. If you can get in there and disrupt the pocket, then the quarterback is going to have a tougher time getting the ball to his playmakers.
3rd down, and they need to get it to the 15. These fans are showing you why teams hate to come here, folks. He's out of bounds at the 20. Wow, what a battle and what a stop right there. Congratulations to that defense. That's going to be the ball game. And here we go with the offense ready to get things going again. We should just see the quarterback take a knee right here, winding down the rest of this clock. He takes a knee, looking to take some time off that clock. And that should do it. Our final tally in this one, 30-20 Sooners. That brings this broadcast to a close. For EA Sports and Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Brad Nessler. We'll see you soon for another edition of NCAA Football 14.